Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the another episode of Infinite Growth Talks, where we talk about great leaders and how people transform their lives and how they build the leadership of futures. We have a great coach leader here who help to people to unlock their truth, unleash their highest potential. She is not a typical motivational speaker, but she even don't speak about think positive. In fact, if you try to bypass an emotion with a fake smile, she might just smile in back and she will say, "Nice try, let's dig bigger," right? So she is certified ICF-PCC coach, TEDx speaker, and true guide of growth who believes that self mastery isn't a buzzword, it's a way of living. From boardrooms to quiet breakthroughs, she helped transform not just how you lead, but why they lead. She is Deepa. Please, I welcome you to the show and let's have a great talk. I would like to say that how do you find that today we are going to talk about an energy, transformational energy, leadership, right? So, how do you feel be here?
First of all, thank you for welcoming me to the podcast. And I love the introduction, especially when you said I would smile back and say, "Don't fake this smile." I know it because that's true. And not just this, Chintan. When my son tells me something or even doesn't speak, and I tell him, "This is what you're thinking," and he says, "Amma, how do you know?" I said, "Bas sab energy ka khel hai." So, I this is a very favorite topic of mine because for me, energy is like you have the iceberg. 10% is visible, which is what the fake smile or the behaviors or actions. But everything, the whole world is below, which is the 90%, which is invisible.
Right.
And I both my game is really below the iceberg. So thank you for this, and this is something I love, and it is a way of life for me.
And before we proceed further for the fire chat or the conversation, we take it forward. I would like to say that how we met. So we were having a normal chat, and we are just having a conversation. And when I was talking something about hi, hello, and then we were having some great conversation going on. Meanwhile, I just wrote Deepa an amazing word that right now how I am being. So I just wrote her, I'm struggling, right? And when we had a call later on, and then she said a very amazing thing, and that completely, understand the, I'm not knowing the definition of energy, especially in terms of leadership or being an individual. Being a science student, I just know what the energy and forms of energy are, right? However, she explained and she replaced that word very powerful, meaning it has completely changed from 90 to 180-degree. She said that instead of struggling, you could use the word explore, and that word itself bring a great energy at the time when I was really facing some challenges. I was figuring out something and I was not getting that solution, right? It happens to everyone, right? We do not have the bed of roses. We come across many times different challenges set of things. So we use our mindset is built to say that either whether we call it as consciously or subconsciously, that word comes with my at the time of the conversation, that we said it as struggle, but she replaced beautifully by word as an exploring, and that was a great introduction. I could say a great personality we have, and we will understand and get so many insights from her to understand the real meaning of energy in terms of working ability to help your substitute, or whether you are handling a team or whether you are an individual coach or even you are a trainer. You will understand so many things that what she can help us today to get better. Am I right?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Because see, there are two kinds of energy. One is the shrinking energy, which is what I hear in the word struggling. But when you actually were telling me what you were going through, you were actually figuring out, like you rightly said. And that brings me to the other type of energy, which is the expansive energy. So, and words play a very important role. The moment you say struggling, you are stuck in the shrinking or the closing up energy. The moment you say exploring, you come into the expansive energy. You're no more stuck.
Correct, right?
So it's just about shifting your consciousness or your awareness, and the whole world changes.
Great, great. So let us start with a question first that I wanted to ask you. So my first question comes in my mind that really when you start, or what sparks in your mind that you start the journey of self mastery? How humans, what motivates you to start with this journey? Or do you really face that self mastery is required for start, or maybe you start with yourself and then you started exploring it more into the deep dive into the subject, and then you started shaping people's minds and their mindsets? So could you please explain me how the journey starts?
Okay. So I can share how my journey started. My journey started with struggling, and it was really a struggle. I was not exploring. Uh, and the struggle was that why the hell am I not good enough? In my childhood, I was a dancer, but I always felt somebody danced better than me, and they won prizes, etc. I was a singer, and I felt others were better than me. So comparison was always there. Plus, needing validation, from parents, from grandparents, from everybody, and not really knowing who I am. College went that way. When I went to workplace, that was the biggest one because people were from XLR. I have a long stint in human resources. I was an HR leader when I last left the Aditya Birla Group. And when I always sought validation from my seniors or from others. And I also always got a very positive validation. But it was very irritating for me. Why do I have to say I am good because of somebody else? And I also was very emotional. So I always thought something is wrong with me vis-a-vis other HR professionals. So when this came about, I also along the same time, and about 2004, when I joined the Aditya Birla Group, I used to meet a lot of facilitators and trainers who I would engage for different programs because I was heading OD, I was heading training and development at different stints, different points of time in my career. I met very deep training and development professionals who sparked the curiosity of self reflection and especially introduced me to Carl Jung's work, who is a phenomenal psychologist and very his thoughts are very close to what we experienced in the Eastern tradition. So I got introduced to his work, and these facilitators really became my friends as well.
Oh,
So I joined different organizations which they were a part of. I volunteered. I would learn from them. And I still remember one such facilitator, Halasyam, whom we call Hala. And he would tell me that, why can't you believe that you are a spiritual person?
oh,
And every human being is spiritual. But I could never understand because for me, spirituality was religion. And I was a rebel. Being so religious in my household, in my mind, yeah, I'm not, I am a free spirited person. It will not work that way. So it was all mixed up, jumbled images and thought processes until 2012. I was in the Aditya Birla Awards, and we had submitted our group, our HR team had submitted for awards. We made the presentation. We were about to make the presentation, and I was listening to Andre Agassi when he had just authored his book Open, and he said he was talking about what is happiness. When he said what is happiness and his explanation of what is happiness, I'm crying,
oh,
and I'm feeling that what I'm currently doing, I am not happy. I don't know what is happiness, but I know I'm not happy. And that's the moment, actually speaking, I quit and I started my pursuit of what is happiness? What is happiness for me? What is my purpose? What is it that I really want to do, which will spark happiness? Of course, it was a huge exploration. And that's how the struggle became exploration. And truly that exploration also had a lot of struggle because answers नहीं मिलते थे मुझे.
Mhm.
It was not easy, that journey. It was very painful because I had to meet the false laughter of mine, and I had to meet the demons inside. And that was a long journey. And so, very casually, my journey started, I would say, in 2004. But seriously, my journey began in 2012. And it's 2025 now. And I would say that it has only intensified, deepened. I learned so many methodologies. And initially, I learned methodologies to correct myself. Like I was a problem and I had to solve it. And how do I solve? Oh, maybe let's go to NLP. Oh, maybe let's go to biography work. Oh, let's go to this and let's go to that. And maybe I should go to this therapist. And at one point of time, I had two therapists I was working with. Let's
Oh.
go to past life regression. इस life का तो पता नहीं है. Let's go to past life में क्या हुआ. Maybe that is the reason why I'm like this. So the whole idea was to correct myself. To now, I'm like the happiest being, I still have breakdowns, but I feel very happy that I'm on this journey. And now it's no more I have to solve anything. I'm
Right.
now there to live happy and to lead others' journey. And that others' journey are those leaders who are seeking. And most of the times who come to me, there are two kinds of people. One is people like me who know there is the inner aspect of the inner that they need to sort or solve, or the other kinds where they want the 10% above the iceberg. Now they want that. In the sense, I want to better manage my team. I want to better, I want the corner office. I want the next level of whatever is up as per them. So it doesn't matter where you enter in the process of self mastery. It can be in the 10% you enter or in the 90% you enter. I think since I figured it, all, and I'm still figuring, I think, yeah, I'm a good bet to bet on for people as a coach.
Great, great. That is very amazing. What you have said, and that suddenly brings an insight in my. One more question is linked with it. So you have said well that you have started your journey way back, and you just understand one strike that the happiness, right? Where you have said that what is happiness, and from there it has completely changed, and you have deep dive into your happiness, and then you figure it out that it is not the right place where you are at moment, and what you're looking for, your happiness is not still there. So being in person, right, there are unseen blocks,
Yeah.
right, as what you have seen. So the adjacent question is about that only, that what are the unseen blocks that stops or that holds you back towards your growth?
See, if you ask me now, the blocks are not as much as before, but I can generally tell you that um I found a beautiful equation to summarize, these blocks. So I met, Tim Galway's work, which talks about the performance potential equation. And he says that performance is equal to potential minus interferences. So I meet so many leaders who say, I have so much potential. Why is it that I'm not able to unleash it? I have said it too in the past. And that really makes me wonder, and I wondered it myself, ki, why is it that I'm not able to either speak like this or
Mm,
make this kind of money. I have, at different points of time, I have thought about it. And always we talk about this interferences. Now potential is complete for you, me, everyone.
mm,
We have an X potential, and which is like a lot, but we are not able to use it because of the interferences. Normally, leaders come to me and say, "Oh, yeah, my boss sucks," or "I don't have a great team member. I wish I had that ace team member who could do this and that. Oh, I wish I had organizational resources. We have this and that. COVID brought so many constraints." And I when I used to coach people during COVID, and they used to really give me so many constraints. But the point is that the external constraints or the interferences can still be seen and dealt with. But the internal interferences are the unseen blocks. Okay, now there are different kinds of blocks. And uh, again, in my own exploration, I have theorized these blocks using the Indian ancient Indian scriptures, which is the Taittiriya Upanishad. And there I got introduced to this model called Panchakoshas, which is 5 levels of our human beings' existence. So these blocks are also, they can be at these 5 levels. One is at the body. Yeah. How many of us, I know of people who say, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to walk. I don't have time to run. I don't have time to do this and that. And then one fine day you will have a breakdown. So the interferences is with the body. The second is with our functioning of the body, the vitality. I wake up, do I snooze my alarm or not? If I snooze my alarm, that means my sleep is not enough. Which means either I would have slept late or I would have had so many thoughts and schedules which overwhelm me that I don't have enough rest and I don't have the energy. So I snooze the alarm. So that's vitality is a second part of energy, of interferences. Third is emotions. In my life, in the past, I used to always be overwhelmed, so there was no balance in my emotions. And or others' emotions I would pick up. If somebody says, "Oh, I'm feeling sad," I'll also feel sad with them. If somebody says, "I'm angry," oh, I'll feel angry with them. I don't know what I'm feeling. So there is no boundary, and there is no cap or a stop. So emotional bahav, that's the a classic unseen block. The other block is thinking. I either overthink or I mindlessly do things. Either it can be either imbalances or, and these are mindset blocks. And the fifth level of block is no purpose. I don't know why I wake up. Okay, I'm going because I have to earn, but I hate my job and I have no purpose to go. So you see, if you have all these blocks, and I'm telling you very surface level, इसके shades होते हैं. So if I have a positive emotion, it's still okay. But if I imagine I have a negative emotion and which is overwhelming, then I'm going spiraling down into the rabbit hole. I can't come out. But I have to come out because I have to work, which means I'll push my body, push myself, and the interferences multiply. Now you tell me, Chintan, how is it that your potential can be unleashed without looking at these unseen blocks? It's impossible.
Correct, correct, correct.
It's impossible. And you have to see it. But the point is, our eyes point out, they won't point inside.
So this is my another question. You have explained in a very easy language that anyone who is watching this video can understand that what are the actual blocks we are having when we are. But can you please help also along with it that how to identify these blocks or how to
Right,
overcome these blocks?
right,
So that
correct.
it will be helpful because you have explained in a very simple language. I
Yeah,
think
sure.
today whoever is watching this video will understand. Yeah, they are facing this kind of challenges,
Yeah,
and there's these are the actual blocks they are going through, right?
yeah.
So how one can identify this block? Because see, today right now I'm talking to you, right? Maybe it happens that your energy level is high, right, and I'm getting with your energy at the moment. Maybe you are matching some of the vibes with my energy as well, or whoever we are meeting around us on a day we meet 10 more than 10 people and their levels are like, so a person how he can identify what blocks him behind and how to overcome that.
So it's not an easy answer, honestly. And the first practice, okay, to identify blocks is awareness. And that is the hardest because we don't pause. We are on this race and we run and we run and we run. Our eyes are outside. So we're looking at everything that lures us outside. So which is why we don't have anything that turns inward. We don't stop. There is no terav. And I was like that when I was working. I was exactly like that. So I'm not even saying I'm better and they are like that. It is how it is. But I do coach a lot of leaders today who have understood the value of pausing, stopping, and you don't have to leave the organization in order to do that. You can balance multiple things at the same time. So the first thing is to really have moments in your day where you pause and reflect and bring awareness of your actions, your thoughts, because whatever are the blocks are unconscious. They just happen. So if you understand the what happened,
Hmm.
You'll know, oh, maybe this it is because of this. I think I'm overwhelmed because I have this pattern of stacking too many things. And then I'll ask myself, but why do I stack too many things? My KRA doesn't ask me to. And then the next level of awareness will come, maybe because I don't feel good when I don't stack. I think I feel accomplished when I have too many things. I feel my calendar is full. And this I'm talking about myself, okay? I was like this, and this is how I went about. Okay, so why is it that I want my calendar to be full? Because I feel that I will feel good enough if my calendar is full, which means I'm worth. People are asking for my time, so my calendar has to be full. Which means that as an entrepreneur, if my calendar is not full, then I will feel extremely nervous. I'll feel not good enough. Can you see how it goes? So it's a spiral. So the most important way is to bring awareness. There is a second way which is a little for an advanced practitioner, which is checking in with your body. The body never lies. If I were to ask you, Chintan, right now, check in with your body and see what is the sensation you feel. Do you get any answer?
I feel a little thirsty.
Thirsty. That's correct.
Thirsty, yes. Right
Yeah.
now, means after having, and I feel little nervous as well,
Okay.
because I'm kind of conscious right now when I'm
Yes.
speaking with you.
Yes.
And the another feel what I'm having at moment is I'm happy, and I'm right now, try to learn few things from you.
Right.
These are the
Right.
my kind of what
That's
going
correct. That's
inside me,
correct.
and my
Yeah.
body says that I
And
have to
where in your
continuously be
body are
doing
you
it for
feeling the happiness?
happiness when I'm getting when I'm getting a solution towards means
No, in your body. In your body, where do you feel it?
I feel it in my mind and my soul, means in my body I can feel that I'm happy a little bit because I'm getting the answer what I'm having a curiosity about all those
That's correct.
blocks, right?
Yes.
So
Now,
yes.
this is a demonstration.
Okay.
So if leaders can just stop and say, where am I feeling it in my body? So the moment you check in, you slow down. You're not in a rush. Like when I asked you the question, I was also checking in with me. What am I? Where in my body am I feeling? I'm feeling it in the tip of my nostrils. I'm feeling my breath, and I'm extremely calm. It's a different kind, and there is a huge amount of silence inside. Even though I'm talking, I'm hearing you, and I can hear the noise. Even then, I can feel this. So this quick check-in that you feel happy, you feel nervous, I feel calm is a great tool to stop the turbulence or cut the turbulence if, let's say, my emotion is overwhelmed. So, simple practices if you install, asking the other practice is asking yourself, how am I feeling? You gave me two, three feelings.
Yes.
Normally, we don't check. We don't check how am I feeling.
Correct.
So, if the feeling is nervous, then you'll inquire. So, awareness and inquiry gives you the tool to change the emotion, to change what you're feeling. Yeah. So, this is the most fundamental thing is awareness. And which is why when I'm meeting a leader, I say, before you lead others, you need to bring self awareness and lead yourself. Leading self precedes leading others. When you have mastered the art of leading self, you'll exactly know how to lead others. And you don't have to do anything, others will follow because you stand as an inspiration. You're just there, you just don't need to do anything. It will ooze from your being. And of course, every leader has skills. Skills to hai. So it's not a big thing. Skills are there. The being when it's aligned, because
No,
leadership is about
the
alignment.
I'm stopping here, but the great example you said that the very advanced one is to know the body of yours. Because I read an article that was an amazing article that says that how cancer starts. So, for an example, if I have a emotion right now to do something, for an example, I wanted to write something. I wanted to write, but somewhere I'm not able to write that thing. My hand is not, I'm moving it, right? Inside, I'm having that emotion or, feeling to write something. And if I don't do that, right? with the passage of time, there will be a kind of blockage, it will start, and that from blockage it will create a tumor, and from that tumor it leads to a cancer. That's what
It
I
could,
feel it.
yeah, it
I
could
read one
lead.
of that, and I think we can
Yeah,
relate
yeah,
at this time, right? That
yeah,
we have said, and I think
yeah,
it's the one of the most important. We need to check whenever we feel like, for an example, I'm working and I'm tired. I'm tired due to pressure, any else of things, right? And unwanted thing, not productive, not the. Sometimes we feel that today we have not done anything productive. Right. So if you check the part, this is an amazing trick. I think all of the viewers can see that if you check yourself, be first be aware, and then second you say how you feel, which part, which body parts
yeah,
comes in, and then you will get the answer
yeah,
almost. And that's a great part you have talked. So my another question comes in, which is very important, that energy plays a big role in leadership. So what do you mean energy mastery to you when it comes to leadership?
yeah. Um, we all have currency, no? We know money is a currency. When I'm talking about energy mastery, it is really about energy being your currency, and energy which is unseen, which is untouched. You can touch it, feel it, but you can sense it. So uh, when I'm saying energy, it means that to perform a task, yeah, you need a, a certain kind of energy. Now imagine that you need. Let's take a metaphor of a bank. So bank may you deposit money. It keeps accumulating. You check your passbook and you feel good. And then one fine day when you have to buy something, you withdraw the money from the bank and then you buy it. Imagine there is no money in the bank. You can't buy that. You feel sad about it. Energy is exactly like that. Through daily practices, you accumulate the energy needed for you to perform your leadership tasks. Every leadership task to be performed needs energy. But what we think is all we need is skills, competence, and sharpen them, go for leadership trainings, and that's enough. Now, let me give you an example. If you have uh, awareness that my emotion is leaking, or this person or this situation is draining my energy, would you go there or not?
No.
You wouldn't go.
Correct.
So energy is like that. If you treat energy as money that I need to conserve, that I need to save, that I need to draw boundaries with, and I need to be watchful of, then you will be aware, you will contain it, you will absolutely make choices how to spend it and how to save it. And you will only choose things which resonate with you so that your energy is vibrating at highest. I made a choice to come on this podcast because
Mm.
I know that when I speak, my resonance of my energy is very high, which is why I came. So every choice can be made based on this. And when you do this, that's energy mastery.
That's a great part of it, and I'm getting a good answers, and I'm feeling happy once I'm listening you at the moment, and my energy is also getting higher, and I'm really thankful to have this all answers from you. Now, can you please tell a example that you may come across many leaders you have met, right? So how these leaders you have met across, like CEOs, CEOs, or maybe higher level to them, or in a middle management, you might have talked with these guys as well. So can you please tell me how these leaders to recharge their energy?
To recharge. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So can you please tell
Y-
that?
Yeah. There are many tools which are available outside, but my always go to is what's easy, what's available. And what is available to recharge your energy is your body. The body is an instrument, and breath or our breathing is the biggest tool. Let's say you've gone into a meeting and somebody's made a point which has made you angry. If you observe your breathing, you will breathe like a dog. ऐसे half हो. Your breathing will not be normal because the emotion has changed the way you breathe. So in that moment, to quickly change your energy, all you need to do is to focus your attention on your breathing and to breathe. Take take there are lots of techniques to breathe. Those are technical, but you can just take 4 breaths in and 4 breaths out, literally counting it, so that you're equalizing your breathing. You're breathing in and breathing out. Okay, just by this, first of all, you will calm the mind ka jo halchal hai, that will calm down, and you will be able to go from being triggered to making a choice on how do you want to respond to the situation. Because normally what happens is when a trigger situation happens, you immediately react. It's like one bow has come, you will one arrow has come, the other arrow also goes. But when you focus on your breathing, you are creating a distance. Let the arrow come. I don't need to react right now. I will respond with the choicest of arrows for the situation. So you've created a distance, and this is a very, very simple method.
I just stopped you here. I wanted to have another simple questions, right? The technique you have said you have to hold your breath, and it means
Don't
so.
hold.
No, no, no,
Don't
not
hold.
to hold, but to
No.
means to have a deep breath, inhale and exhale that you need to practice, right? So one more problem that what I come across the young generation and the kind of peers what I'm having, they have a stage fear, right? Whenever they have to present in a meeting or whenever they have to present in front of people, right, they feel nervous and they have a stage fear. So does at the time energy or any of your means like similar kind of technique what you have said can be applied and can overcome to this stage?
Here is energy.
Yeah.
Nervousness is energy. So if you have to, the two types of energy, like I said, one is contraction energy, expansion energy. If you're experiencing contraction energy, which is nervousness, fear, you need to bring the opposing energy, which is expansion. So breathing can help. There are other micro body practices that you can do, movement practices. For example, if I often share this, if you just open up your body and there is something called a power pose, in which pose if you stand or sit, you feel powerful. You if you know your power pose, and when you feel nervous, stand in your power pose, your mindset will shift. Or just open up your body and stand. Because you are in an expansive body posture, the mind will also become expansive. See, but these are quick fix techniques. You still have to, whoever is feeling the nervousness, they will still have to go deeper and dig. What is making them nervous if it's a pattern? If it's happening again and again, there could be other emotional factors or childhood factors that could be coming in the way. And I do something called the biography work to help people to really figure out how those childhood factors affect the adult, the person, the leader. There is a child behind that adult. The adult can be 30-year-old, 40-year-old, or 55-year-old. And when you look at that, become aware of it and release it, your current life can become very simple. The other thing I want to share, Chintan, is that a lot of people, a lot of leaders feel there is a narrative, there is a belief that I need to suffer, I need to work hard to succeed. So jab wo I need to work hard is there because I've seen my parents working hard. They have told me you have to work hard. Without working hard, nothing you will get. So I keep running that narrative and I will bear all the problems that come with it. But you see, when you release that working hard, that struggle, it is quite a you'll see you'll have a lot of energy and time to do things that are very meaningful to you. So I'm inviting everyone who's listening here, if you are holding this belief, please watch. Yeah, you just have to shift this belief and say, I don't need to always struggle. I can get things with ease. And then the easy method will come to you.
And I just request you can write Deepa message struggle. If you face any of the energy, you can write in message her that she whatever the feelings you are facing and what she has said. You can write in a comment as well. So there is a great what you have said. Biography work is a I think it helps a lot of the people and the module is trending. And I have heard not only this, I did the Google training as well. It is a really very impactful thing, and I hope that you are doing it, and it's a very interesting concept as what you have said right now. So it helps people, especially the leaders, to overcome their past, and they can make have clarity over it, right? So that's a great part. Could you please tell something more about the biography work so people can understand, and they can put it there, right? And I think before we start, we have said well about hard work, right? So even I have understood that particular part is that uh, smart work people call it, right? So to overcome hard work method, mindset from your mind, this word has introduced, we call it as smart work, right? So that what you have well said, that hard work, your people believe that we have to do hard work, but what hard work, where hard work, and do you require that really hard work or not, is a question. And exit, and really the hard work exit, or it's a normal work you are supposed to do. For example, if I say that I wake up early in the morning and do exercise, I'm going gym, I'm doing hard work, is it a hard work? No, it's a routine. If you wanted to cope up with your body, mind, and soul, then you are supposed to wake up early in the morning and you have to do that work, right? So maybe that can be, that's what my perspective is, what I hear and I listen and I take a message inside, and I'm reciprocating to it. But please, please explain people what is a biography work model is and how it can help people.
Hmm. Sure. So I came across biography work around, I think, 2016, when I was exploring deeper aspects of my life. I knew there were childhood patterns. And I had done a lot of work on myself with different methods. So biography is not the only method. There are many other methods, but biography is a way of studying your life in 7 year patterns. It's called a septennial, and looking at the incidences of your life, and from those incidences looking at the learnings, because everything has happened. You are born on this earth for a reason. It is all happening as per a divine plan. And if you're able to uncover that plan and learn the lessons from your life, every answer to every question that you have asked yourself is prevalent there. So when I use, normally clients come to me because they have a certain pattern. It could be fear, it could be an emotion pattern, could be a behavioral pattern, or it could be a thought pattern. Now there are different ways to deal with it. If I feel appropriate, I would suggest biography to them. And when they go through the journey, they're not only dealing with the problem that they came to me for, but so many other things unlock, and many interferences which they were experiencing suddenly uh, comes to their awareness, unlocks, and the potential gets converted. So that's the power, of biography.
Great. And can you please tell us, that's an amazing answer, and we've understood biography work, how it works. And I think people who are watching it, I think it is going to be very helpful for them. And if they can come and reach to you, I'll be glad that they will really understand, because I believe that skill is at certain level can help you to grow. But actual growth will begins when you know potential from within yourself, right? And true within you, if you don't take it out, or if you don't draw it in your map or anywhere else, you cannot grow. So the mindset and the energy level, if you can't work upon everything, your energy, your skill. For example, I know many skills, right? I talk in our conversation as well, I have many certification, accreditations, and a lot of things. But until and unless that I do not have that energy level, everything is zero. So we have to, above our skill, we have to simultaneously work on our energy level as well, right? And that's a great part. So my another question is, what is the authentic leadership mean in today's fast-paced red race, we can call it as. And we have seen that leaders these days are not thinking by heart, they are taking decisions by the mind, logic, not mind, actually we call it as logic. So what do you think, you have come across leaders, so uh, have you seen that what is authentic leadership is about, and how we can see that? What is your
Yeah,
opinion?
definitely. Authentic leadership is when the leader is aligned in their thinking, in their feeling, in their doing, and in their speaking. Where there is complete resonance in their whole being, and who they are inside and who they are outside are one. So when that kind of a alignment happens inside and outside, this kind of a leader vibrates at a frequency which inspires. We all would have met leaders who, even without they saying something, you feel like respecting them, you feel like listening to them, you feel like going to them, not because they've achieved something. Achievement is a byproduct, it will anyways happen, but the process to it is that resonance or that alignment that they have created. And to me, when I see such a leader, I understand it. I know that they have done inner work to reduce these incongruencies that we all face, so that they are in alignment.
That's great. And my final question to you, right?
Sure.
And it is linked with this particular part, that many of the times we have seen that person have different aura. We call the word as aura, right?
Yeah.
So I think they do the most of the leaders do this self mastery, they undergo the self mastery program, or is it natural, or they do develop, or they go undergo certain programs that what you even driving, right? So what is the real sense behind it? Is it something relevant, or it is something different?
It's not they have to go through a program.
Okay.
I think program is a very limited way of looking at self mastery. I think it's the curiosity to live life in authenticity and alignment. I think that's leadership. That's the highest level of authenticity. And if that has to happen, then every time an incongruency comes or inauthenticity comes, they have to reflect. For that, reflection is awareness, and reflection is very needed. So I think great leaders pause, they spend time to reflect on their actions, on their inactions as well, on their choices, on their decisions and their indecisions. And they learn lessons from there and make a note, and so that the next time they are faced with that opportunity, it is different. So that's what I feel. They may go to a program. Program is not necessary. I also feel that a lot of times, when such a leader is stuck, they also go to the right resources. And the resources could be a book, it could be a human being, it could be a mentor, it could be a coach, it could be a therapist. But they do not shy away from asking for help, because they know that they want to live at an elevated level of existence. And so it's about the being and the doing being aligned. It's about living in congruence. It's about living in alignment. It's about living from wholeness, not living and leading for performance, but leading so that my potential can be unleashed. So it's a very high level of frequency.
So
And that's what is the aura you talk
do
about.
you believe that it is this self mastery or the energy could be only impactful, or could be only necessary for the working at top management, or it could
No,
be applied to the middle management, or it could be applied to the other person who has start working?
everyone, including youngsters. I coach 18-year-old, 19-year-old.
Oh, great.
I coach them. Yeah, so everyone. I mean, because I have an eye for it. I see it around in my house as well. I do coach. I bring it to my son when they are not living it. I bring
And
it to their
and
awareness.
if somebody today wants to start with the self mastery, right? Where do they can start from if they wanted to start the journey?
Spend just 15 minutes every day with a journal. If you can get one journal and a pen, and just write down how am I feeling today? What did I did do well? And this is not about journal writing. This is not about writing an account of everything that I did today. Those are outer actions. Okay, I did this. How did I feel inside? What do I think inside? You'll be able to see, okay, I helped somebody, but inside I felt, why the hell am I helping this person? So you can see the split. And that split is the reason why, why one should do self mastery. So or hire a coach who who is at that level of existence and whose energy you connect with. So hire a coach or go for therapy. Use any methodology. Uh, read books that talk about self mastery. Engage in practices. Just watching the sunrise, watching the sunset, just setting time for walking. And when you walk, not listening or talking, but to look at the sounds around, listen to the sounds around. Simple practices. When you're sipping water, be aware that you're not gulping that water down, but sip by sip, enjoy it. When you're eating food, not on the phone, but really eat it. See the colors on your plate and eat it. These are simple ways that you can really practice mindfulness and self mastery.
That's great, and Arja, thank you for answering all the important questions. And I hope people who are watching this video will be getting benefited with this, great insights and knowledge what you have shared to us. And I don't know about others, but truly speaking, that it has helped me. I've learned so many things. It is a small talk, but still, it's very impactful and meaningful to me, right? Because I believe that one should know themselves, right? And before they don't know themselves, or they are not knowing their body, as what you have said, awareness, and how your body respond, or what you should respond, not to react, and reflect. There are some very powerful word what you have used, and I think if we worked on these three words also, we'll get to understand that reflect, react, and respond. Right. So I think we should avoid reacting, and then we should take a breath, and we should respond, or we should reflect. Right. So that first we should respond, and then the reflections takes place naturally. I think maybe I'm wrong or I'm correct, but what summarized me today right now was you have well said, and it is a great, tremendous learning from you today. And I look forward for more insights from you in future. I think that's an amazing part of your personality, because you truly believe shaping people and you would like to help them, right? Because across India or across globally, whoever is listening today, they come across any one of your, either you, me, or anyone sitting at any country right now, or the part of our country, will be facing these blocks, right? And with, I think they might have get little insights and little answers how they can work and they can start with. And that's what it's all about. Thank you once again, Ms. Deepa, for this. And thank you for everyone for watching this video.